Hello, it's Mike Rhyner of Your Dark Companion here, wanting to thank you all for joining us on patreon.com throughout the year, or that portion of the year that we've been doing this. Also, don't forget to check out the Sunset Lounge. There you can find podcasts such as The Clubhouse. The Clubhouse is your one-stop shop for all things sports, pop culture, entertainment, pro wrestling. Who knows what else these guys might get into. I love these guys. They're great. Since 2010, they brought their knowledge and passion for these subjects and so much more to the internet in a way that is entertaining and engaging. Their show is family friendly, so it's okay to sit down with grandma and be a part of all their shenanigans. They are the Clubhouse. They're at the Sunset Lounge.
Nobody would have thought that I would be the one. Rhyner, sports talk. Baseball, 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 baseball.
Oh, with the big mic. Oh, okay. All right, yeah. Okay, now I get it.
Isn't that a lightning strike, boys? What happened over there, Grego? We had a little lightning strike right outside the window.
All right. Here's a tip for all these Americano League teams.
Wait, you said tip.
Yeah, tip.
Okay.
With a P.
Keep jamming.
The ticket, colon, nothing but a big Gen X jerk-off sake. Is this a cool night or what? Although somebody would hear that and go, bullshit.
I'm back, bitches.
Good day to one and all. You have found your dark companion once again, and we're certainly glad that you have found us because we like doing this for you. We like doing this with you. We like doing this with each other. We just like everything. Welcome into the Nurturing Biosphere, the mothership. We have the whole gang on hand here today. Shoopy is here. Ashley, Mickey, Becca, they are all here. I'm here. But look who else is here today. He's been in here once before. He is so much fun. He's one of those guys that we've got to have back every so often because, number one, he is fun. Number two, he's smart. He's always got something. He is always on the ball. And number three, the most important of all of these things, we like him. He is Jeff Skin Wade.
Oh, wow.
Yay.
Wow. I didn't know we were going to be doing a show. I thought you just invited me over for drinks.
Well, we could do that too. I mean, you got water there.
Yeah, I want to stay hydrated during this.
It's a good idea.
Yeah.
It's a good idea. This shit really takes it out of you, man.
Oh, I bet. That's why I just wore a diaper in case I had to go to the bathroom.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's good. I mean, I wear one 24/7 anyway, so I'm quite used to it.
You know it.
Yeah.
You know it.
I know the diaper gig. Well, anyway, we've got something really big going on out there in the real world today. In fact, it's going on right now, and we probably don't have a whole lot of people watching us live right now because no doubt they are all absorbed by the Cowboys press conference.
Huge.
It's going.
Huge.
You want to hear it? Listen in a little?
Let's listen in just a little bit.
The hell sound was that?
Water bottles, it looks like.
Okay.
Oh, Jerry.
Oh, man.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Gosh, that is.
Yeah.
There's one reason and only one reason that we did that, and that is so Shoopy could play a fart drop.
Look, I now have the ability to play farts over a Jerry press conference without being yelled at.
Yes,
It's kind of
you do.
awesome.
That's
You
huge.
do.
We tried doing that once at the ticket, and all of a sudden it's like, no, you can't do that.
We take sports very seriously.
Right.
That's right. We do. But yes, it's going on out there. They have their new coach. That is Brian Schottenheimer. They successfully executed a very, very well done, well thought out, well played Friday night news dump the other night. That was
right.
smooth.
All right, I think we're ready to go.
What a great drop.
Yeah.
Monday morning, here to the Star in Frisco.
Who's that talking? Is that the new PR guy whose name I don't know?
Yeah.
Participants
I miss Dal Ripple.
on the stage.
I miss him too.
Of course, Cowboys.
This guy doesn't look like he can fix shit.
No. You know the unique Dalrymple connection to really highly regarded backup point guard T.J. McConnell?
No.
So Dalrymple is buddies with McConnell's dad, who was a really good high school coach.
Yeah.
So whenever T.J. McConnell would come into town, Dalrymple would sit on the front row in those Charlotte Jones seats.
Yeah.
That are, right there between the visitors bench and the scorers table. But yeah, he goes way back with the McConnell family.
For those who don't know, Dalrymple that we're talking about is Rich Dalrymple.
Yes.
Who for many years was the Cowboys demigod of PR. He was all things to all people out there. And he's no longer with the club, and he was always cool to me.
I personally love the guy because, every PR scene is different. The Cowboys was really weird because before they moved out to the Star, any old rando could just wander into the locker room. It was the strangest thing.
I'm so glad you brought that up. This was just incredible. An incredible scene out at Valley Ranch. Because the fact is, like Skin said, at any time of day, any average spare guy that wanted to could just wander into Valley Ranch, could wander into the locker room. Who knows where you could go?
And nobody cared. And I'm like,
there was no security. There was no nothing.
No, and I'm like, so this is the most valuable franchise in America. Unbelievable. And then when they moved to the Star, all that changed and et cetera. But, Rich had come here with Jimmy from Miami.
Yes.
So he had seen plenty of chaos there. And he just kind of had a easygoing devil-may-care attitude about him, It's like, this is the PR guy. If you wanted to deal with Jimmy or with Jerry or Romo or someone like that, you went through Rich. But anything else, he'd be like, why are you asking me, man?
Yeah, just go do it.
Just go do it,
Yeah.
It's
you
pretty
were
cool.
on your own, and you could go in there at, I guess there were certain times when you couldn't go in there, but if you wanted to, try and do something with, say, Eric Williams or somebody like that,
have at it.
Go for it.
I forgot her name. There was a very sweet secretary right when you walked in, and there was never any resistance. It was just,
Was that Marilyn?
No, it was, I forgot her name. She wasn't Jerry's personal secretary. She was just like the main secretary when you walked into the facility. I forgot. I feel terrible for forgetting her name, but
You should.
yeah, it was like you walk in and go, "Hi, I'm Groobs. All right, write it down. Here's a sticker. Go do whatever you want." Mm-hmm. It was amazing.
That was so. Looking back on it now, considering the way things are, and
Right.
the way things are with them, and probably the way they are with every other sports franchise in this great land of ours, to think that you could just walk in there anytime, day or night. You could go wherever you wanted to go until you ran into somebody who told you you couldn't.
Right.
That was so bizarre. And I'm so glad you brought that up. I've been trying to work that into some sort of conversational flow for years.
It's
The
that
magic
weird-
of skin.
It's the weird thing where, someone walks down the hall, looks and goes, "Who are you, and why are you sitting behind Stephen Jones' desk?" You're like, "Oh, I can't be back here. Oh, sorry. I'll go to the locker room now." Like, there was no resistance to anything. Can you imagine John Blake running a ship like that? There's just no way.
No. By the way, the great John Blake has sat in that very chair for this before.
That's fantastic. I love John.
Yeah.
John is such a, and I'm, your viewers know it now. John is such a unique character. When Ben and I first started getting into this thing and doing it, I don't think John had any idea what to make of us, but I think over time he got accustomed to what we were and how we operated. And I feel like I have very warm feelings for John Blake, and I think he likes us too,
I had, I know he didn't have any idea what to make of me when I first showed up on the scene. But over time, he found out that I, number one, was not going away. Number two, was actually into baseball a lot more than I was anything else. So that gave me some cred with him.
There's obviously, football is king here. And I think at the time period when the ticket hit the air, baseball was probably bigger than the Mavericks, because the Mavericks were really, really struggling. Mm-hmm. But there was, the fan base has to be engaged with the team. and Diamond Talk had a huge local cultural impact on having people care even more about the Rangers.
Yeah, and our show did too. I mean, the fact that Grego and I talked about baseball to the virtual exclusivity of nearly everything else, that curried favor from the Rangers for us.
When you met John Blake, were you working for a phone company?
Yeah, I was working for GTE on call. I was. And it's not a phone company.
Can you give me a good plan, a good rate on my cell service?
No, I could not do that.
Oh.
I could not do that. I got caught up in what I would later learn was called the telecommunications bubble.
Yeah.
Of the 70s, where, and I'm talking way out my ass here, so just... Maybe I know what I'm talking about. Maybe I don't, but this is the way it's always been explained to me. For whatever reason, sometime in the 80s or early 90s, all of these phone companies, once Southwestern Bell started breaking up, and all of a sudden you had GTE, you had, I don't know, whatever else other ones there were, they became flush with money.
Yes.
They had more money than they knew what to do with. They had to throw it away somewhere or else they were going to get taxed on it. And if they started getting taxed on that, that meant the tax people were going to come around looking at what else they might be doing that might need to be taxed.
Right.
So what they all did was they started these operations where you could call a main number and then somebody would come on and say, press 1 for Cowboys, press 2 for Rangers, press 3 for Mavericks, and on it went, And somebody had to provide them with their shit for that.
Their content.
Yeah, at a GTE, hello.
You were the movie phone guy for sports.
I was. It was an awesome gig, man.
Why don't you just tell me what sports team you would like to hear about? You were the Kramer of your day.
I was. I did that for a long time, too. And then something else came along and kind of stole me away from that.
Yeah, something big happened.
Yeah, if only we knew what it was.
And John Blake had to think differently about the phone guy that was hanging around.
Yeah. all of a sudden, in his view, I was very strongly repositioned.
Yes. It is amazing, though, that a very popular afternoon drive time show was also doing Diamond Talk. Like, that's pretty amazing. You know, if you think about it, that's and it's I think the culture of the station at the time and all of that and how invested you were in the station. But that's a big commitment. But that's also how you build something, right? Like the guys that are the kings of this thing are also doing post game shows at 10 o'clock on a weeknight. That's a big deal.
I just got severely distracted here.
Yeah, we might need some volume here.
Oh, let's go.
Well, I don't need volume, but I just saw something that really distracted me. There it is again. Stephen Jones's glasses.
Yeah, man.
Oh,
That's some sort of a VR thing he's wearing.
like Google Glass or something.
Yeah, he's looking out into the crowd, and everyone in the crowd is a dog.
The face emojis or whatever.
Just to get him through this thing where he knows he's getting destroyed for hiring the OC that didn't call plays is now running the team. It's like, how do I explain that shit? I know, I'll just make sure everyone out there is a dog.
How'd you like that Friday night news dump?
That was amazing.
It really was.
Because there was, and they did this sneaky thing where they had an end around on Thursday where they distracted everybody, making them think Pete Carroll was in play when there's no way he was ever in play.
Sorry.
Oh, there's Jerry.
Hi, Jerry.
In 35 years,
Oh, here we go.
Oh,
Yeah,
God.
we got to hear
I
this.
don't think I've ever visited with a coach,
Visited.
but what in my heart and mind I wasn't having an interview. I don't think I've ever had a coach visit with me that wasn't prospectively thinking maybe someday our paths might cross. I know Jones might give me a little thought as I'm along the way. I've been around a lot of coaches. As a matter of fact, I wanted to be a coach.
All of this sounds like the end of every Christmas movie I've ever seen. There's always some reflective thing that takes forever.
Drive a little bigger car, and I want
Yeah, he has been around a lot of coaches, and he's hired a lot of bad ones.
Yeah.
If I'd known what I'm paying him now, I'd have been a damn coach. But having said that,
A little humor there.
Yep.
coaching
Classic.
is no, and the makeup of coaches are no stranger to me.
What?
On my college team, within almost 3 years after we won the national championship, every position coach, the Johnny Majors, the Hayden Fries, the Doug Dickeys, every position coach became a head coach. Barry Switzer at Oklahoma.
Just everything he does is exhausting.
I've seen it when I
It's
was
just all
young.
exhausting. Everything's going to lead to him crying.
Yep. He's never found a
I have
point
a
he could
good
get to.
background.
Got to
in
talk
makeup.
about Doug fucking
What a
Dickey.
coach
Jesus, man.
To think that you could make a decision in an interview and not have talked, if you didn't and hadn't ever communicated or had a visit, I wouldn't dare have
Think
had
what
an interview
Steven's
unless I
thinking
talked
right
to
now. Like he's
many,
with it,
many
you know, and he's like, God,
people
Dad,
that
seriously?
knew that person and had had those kinds of life experiences, knew their story.
Right.
If you will, Sean. Knew their
He doesn't
story.
care. He just sees Jerry as a dog right now.
Pat is here today. Gene, my
Yeah.
wife, is here. Pat is
Daddy's a
Scotty's
Saint
mom.
Bernard.
Now he's a corgi.
Competition committee, we had many times that we were together.
So now we're on the competition
Gene
committee.
knew
Huh?
Yeah.
Marty,
Oh, now we're going to talk about his dad.
we knew
boy.
you. We know what osmosis is, and we know what Shotty grew up around. Not just from that,
Well, you know
Yeah.
about semi-permeable membranes.
frankly, from the standpoint of
We need
Shotty.
Mac Angle. I'm going to text him right now and tell him.
Those ex-hairs
Ask Jerry
falls.
what osmosis is.
Shotty might never have been in our
Mac is down for bits. That's good.
Yeah.
did not join us to be with Mike as a consultant 3 years ago.
All right.
But
Enough of this.
Did you see? You probably saw this. Did you see his scene on Landman?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
No.
right, so-
I've not jumped into Landman yet.
I haven't either, and I don't think I will. But there was a scene where John Hamm and his enormous hog is in a bed, and he's been I don't know the plot. Maybe he got hit by a
He
car.
had
I don't
heart
know.
issues. Like
Okay,
he's
heart
had like
issues.
5 heart attacks. And
Yeah. And so
Yeah.
Jerry Jones is playing Jerry Jones, and he's sitting there and he's talking to John Hamm about working with your family. Okay. And then Billy Bob, who is friends. Have you guys ever had Billy Bob on your show?
No.
He's awesome. Like we had him, he's got a band called, I think they're called the Box Cutters. And so whenever these guys that go and they have these side rock projects, whether it's, there's a lot of them that have it, Kiefer Sutherland, whatever, you can get them on the show because no one's really paying attention to their band, but because they're a big name, they can leverage that to let everyone know they're
sure.
playing at Billy Bob's or whatever. So we had Billy Bob Thornton on, and he was super engaging, very entertaining. I think he played a little minor league baseball. Huge baseball fan, but he's an Arkansas guy, so he's buddies with Jerry.
Yeah.
So Billy Bob Thornton is in this room, and John Hamm's in this room, and it's Landman, and Jerry's being Jerry, and he's telling one of these long stories, just like he just did, that makes him cry.
Yeah.
Okay, so all you got to do with Jerry is go nostalgia, and he just starts crying, right? So people are like, oh my God, what an acting job. No, he just started telling the story. But the point of this is that he's talking to John Hamm's character about the importance of working with family. And he's implying that he bought the Dallas Cowboys. And I think the line is even, I knew I wanted to work with my family. Mm-hmm. So the same day that aired, there's a quote from, because they had just lost their final game, there's a quote from the locker room that Sod posted that says, if you think I bought this team for anybody but myself, you're crazy. And I'm juxtaposing that with him crying about, I want to work with my family. It's just all such bullshit, Like, I'm sure he loves, putting his family in a position for all of this, but Jerry did this to sate Jerry, and we're
course he
still
did.
doing this shit. And that sucks. Oh, wait, what just happened? A person walked through here.
Hey.
What just happened, Mike?
I don't know.
I think we have a delivery of some sort, and it's very important.
Really?
Yeah.
On that window?
Yeah.
That's
Oh,
cool.
God, it's probably a neighbor.
Ooh.
Oh, I parked in someone's yard. Is that bad?
That ain't good.
Okay.
Jerry's still talking, by the way.
Badass.
Yeah.
I'm driving a gigantic truck and I parked in a neighbor's yard. Is that bad?
Less than
something
ideal.
Ben would do.
Man, there was a time period for about 6 weeks where Ben had a monster truck and he couldn't even park it in our garage at Odyssey or CBS. So he had to eventually get rid of it. But Ben goes through more phases than any person I've ever met. And he actually had a monster truck phase.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable.
Didn't he just get a car for Kat, but that it's basically the car that he would want?
Pretty much.
Like he got her a Bronco, and
He got her expensive rims
he's just
and a
like,
grill.
yeah, like grill guards and all that crap. Like,
It's pretty badass. I was looking at it going,
no,
"Man,
I saw.
I'll be your wife. I want that car.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I'd marry Ben.
Yeah.
What?
It's a good game show.
He's delivering our lunch.
Ooh, we have lunch delivery.
Lunch.
He really wanted
The code.
How's your lunch routine these days, Michael?
Yeah.
It
Stop with fingers.
today we're or these days we're rolling at kind of dunch.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Late lunch.
Yeah, and
early
it happens
dinner.
about 3 o'clock or so, you know.
Yeah.
That's what we're doing these days.
A little Lin.
Yeah, we're doing with that a little dinner or dunch, whichever you may prefer.
That sounds delicious.
How's yours?
So on a day like this is weird because it's a game day. So I got to go from the radio show to the Mavs, and so I'll probably have a late lunch and then wander into the media dining for 5 minutes and pick at something quickly, and then I'll probably.
And how
late
long
night.
before the game is this?
So this would be around 6:30ish if I don't have pre or post duties, which I do not tonight. So I'll have a little window where I can go in there and go, oh my God, look at that sirloin. I'll take it.
So, what time do you usually get there for tip time?
So on today, if I can, and it depends on what's going on with the radio show. If I can, I like to be there at 5:45 to hear Kid, but usually someone can, fill me in. And it's not like he's going out there and letting you in on crazy insight. Like he keeps it close to the vest. So.
He talks before every game.
For every game. Sometimes if the guy's entertaining enough, I do like to go to the visiting coaches presser. Like if it's Popovich, Kerr, Doc Rivers, those guys are great. Like they will hold court and they will be gracious. Now, Popovich depends on the mood, but if he can sometimes be so engaging and fun and charming, and sometimes he can be a horse.
Pop.
Yeah, he's Pop. Kerr is always, it's like must-see TV. Kerr's great. Doc Rivers is great. A lot of guys and both those guys worked in the media, right?
Right.
Guys that work in the media know, and they try to, put on a little show for you.
Man, those NBA coaches, even back in the day when I was, going into those rooms and stuff, they were always great.
Yeah.
I mean, they were so much better than football coaches or especially baseball managers.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, baseball managers now I would think, are a little bit different.
Yeah.
That they've kind of gotten with the program a little bit.
Right.
But there was nothing like talking to a basketball coach. And the one that I enjoyed the most, without fail, was Frank Layden.
I swear to God, I was going to say Frank Layden.
Frank Layden,
because
without a doubt.
Midwest Division days, they would come in here 3 times a year into your building because you played them 6.
Yeah.
And he was a very funny guy.
For those who may not know, Frank Layden was a coach of the Utah Jazz back then. And he was a New Yorker coaching in Utah. Check out that dynamic.
Right.
He was a little bit of an older guy. That was a time when you had a lot of coaches who were a little bit older, and Frank was one of those. But I don't know if he was this way with his own media, but around us, it was always like, come on in here, fellas, and then you'd ask him a question, and he would always give you a good answer, but he always had something to add on it.
Yeah.
And likely as not, it was going to be pretty funny.
So at that time, I'm not going in there. I'm too young. I'm a high school kid. But when I grew up, I wanted to be Jan Hubbard. Like, I wanted to be the Dallas Mavericks beat writer. And and Jan Hubbard would always give you that stuff. Like, so you knew Doug Moe was funny, for example, the coach of the Nuggets. And then you knew what coaches were like because Hubbard was such a great conduit into that world.
Yeah.
And so I grew up knowing that Frank Layden was a funny guy. I would sometimes read his quotes. And then his son Scott was, I think, GM of the Knicks for a while. I'm not sure what he's doing now, but they were always a formidable opponent. They had Adrian Dantley and Mark Eaton back there and Ricky
Stockton.
Green and Dr. Duncan Stein, even before then Stockton came along.
Yeah.
And but yeah, there was always great Frank Layden quotes, and he was always presented as a very funny man.
He was a good guy. Yeah. Is he still with us?
I doubt it. I don't know. But, Dick Motta's still with us.
Yeah, that's right. He is.
Do people know that
92?
Dick Motta is the man that said, "It ain't over till the fat lady sings"? That's a Dick Motta original. And
Make t-shirts.
I believe he was the coach of the Bullets when he said that. I believe.
Well, right now, you know what it's time for?
What?
It's time for, what did you call it there?
Mid-roll?
Yeah, it's time for the mid-roll read. This is where I look at the camera and I talk to you, the YDC listening audience. And I tell you that if you like what we're doing, or if you don't like what we're doing, we're very interested in your thoughts. We think of this as kind of a two-way thing between you and us. And we want to know if we're doing okay for you. Are you getting what you want out of this? So how do you let us know this? That's a very, very good question. We have a very good answer. You can reach us via chat under the community tab on the Patreon page. Patreon.com/YourDarkCompanion is where you find us there. You can hit us up on social media. On Instagram and TikTok, we are at Your Dark Companion. That is all one word. On Facebook, we are Your Dark Companion. And on X, we are at YDC_DFW. So tell your friends, tell your fam. We're out here on Patreon. We're on Spotify. And you can catch special episodes of YDC and What's on Mike's Mind on YouTube. There, you will find us at the Old Gray Wolf 16. And that is all uppercase, all one word, gray with an E.
I don't think that really matters.
No, it matters. It matters.
Yeah, it does matter.
Got to get it right.
It's got to matter.
We'll get it right.
Underscore will take you somewhere else.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, the underscore matters.
The underscore matters.
Upper and lowercase doesn't.
No, it does.
And while we're
You'll
at
see.
it, don't forget to check out all the casts on the Sunset Lounge at patreon.com/Sunset Lounge DFW. And there you will find the Ingle Angle. Yeah, that's right. You will find Shippy and Groobs. You will find Ziggy. You will find the Clubhouse and many, many more that we have for you over there. So
I think there's just like one more.
Oh, just one more.
Maximo!
Yes, if you are a speaker of Spanish, be it your native language or if you just like it, we got that going on over there with Al Maximo. So check that out with the great Victor de Alba.
Yeah.
Donde?
The Sunset Lounge, of course.
Yeah,
Si.
the Sunset Lounge.
Quando?
Lounge Sunseto. Yes, and Carlos
Spanish.
Nava. Let's not forget him.
Boy, things have changed a lot from we'll take that under advisement. As Mike Rhyner saying we want to hear from you, and I'm like, man, things have evolved.
He doesn't read it.
I would if I knew how to get to it.
He's got us there.
No, I don't have any idea how to get to any of that.
Okay. Hey, you want to hear something fun? Cowboys owner Jerry Jones gets emotional as he reflects on the phone call Brian Schottenheimer had with his mom when he told her he got the job. Per Jones, Schottenheimer said, "I'm going to get a Super Bowl if it kills me.
Oh.
This one will be for Daddy, the first one."
I can't believe he said all that
That's
to John Hamm as he was laying on his deathbed.
Well, that's what Brian Schottenheimer said to his mom.
Oh, okay.
It's for Marty.
Badass.
It's for Daddy.
I liked old Marty.
Was he really that great?
I mean, they were in the mix every year.
Yeah, he had good teams every year. You know,
I'm just stirring the pot.
They never won the big one, but look, not everybody can win the big one. You know,
said that.
It doesn't necessarily reflect on how good or not good a coach you were or anything else.
Okay.
Sometimes things just fall a certain way.
That's right.
And not everybody gets to win.
Don Nelson was a great coach. He just couldn't get past the Celtics or the Sixers with those Bucks teams, man. Bucks.
That's right. There were a lot of good coaches like that.
Yeah,
coaching's a funny thing, you know. You have so much. You have control only up to a point, and then after that point, it's pretty much the luck of the draw, the bounce of the ball. You know, sometimes it falls your way, sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes it never falls your way. It's the way it goes.
That almost started to become like a Dr. Seuss poem. That was amazing, man. Did you memorize that from somewhere? It was perfect.
Thank you.
So good.
He's good at talking.
Yeah, man. You should talk more.
Yeah. So should Schottenheimer go in the Ring of Honor if he wins his first Super Bowl for Daddy?
Oh, he's got to, right?
Oh, yeah.
After all the respect they showed Jimmy for like 28 years keeping him out till he finally got in because Aikman brokered a deal.
Yeah.
It's all so insane.
Aikman brokered that deal?
Apparently so.
Wow. Only he could do that.
Right. I love Troy Aikman. I really do.
I do too.
Like, I loved him as a player, and I think he's been a really good broadcaster. And anytime he's ever out and about, he's very approachable.
Yeah.
You know, there's a lot to like about that.
I like him because he knows my name.
That's great.
Yeah. That's pretty cool.
I don't remember where I read it. It might have been like a Andrew Marchand thing or something. But before this football season started, there was.
Is that how you say that, Marchand?
Is it not? I don't know. There was an expansive article about how Troy has reevaluated how he goes about things because he was always such a hard driving guy and so demanding and task oriented, and how he kind of, I guess, for lack of a better word, just sort of figured out a way to like breathe and not still try to achieve the most he can achieve, but not let it just be detrimental to his health and his well-being and how he treats people around him.
Yeah, not let it just overtake him.
Right. And it was a really great article, and I think made him even more likable. I mean, if you're going to go do something great, you probably need a guy like that in the circle. Like everyone can't be playing grab ass and something awesome happens.
Yeah.
There's got to be some hard driving guys, but at some point you got to look back at all that and go, okay, did I handle this right? Maybe I should do this differently.
And boy, I bet back in his day, he was like that too.
He said something, and we've all seen the clips where it's like, man, I didn't want to be the guy on the sideline yelling at everybody, but I knew Switzer wasn't going to fucking do it. Someone had to hold these people accountable, and he took that on. And that's kind of a tough thing to do when it's your peers.
Yeah.
Because then you're sort of separating yourself from them, and nobody wants to be the outsider yelling at everybody. He wanted to be, that's difficult. But he's like, this coaching staff's not going to do it. We've set this bar for ourselves, and we're not going to meet it eating hot dogs on the sideline. I guess I'll go yell at everybody. That's not fun.
Man, that's good.
What's that?
He said the chaos that
Yeah.
became, he said, I just had to leave.
Yeah.
I just had to separate.
And I know he hates watching this crap. I know he hates, this is what the Cowboys are. It's got to drive him crazy.
You know what I want my next move to be? I want to get into the Aikman Club.
Oh. Sunset at McKinney.com.
Yes.
TexasSunset.com. TexasSunset.com.
Fantastic.
That's what I want.
You got to get in there.
Yeah.
You can own your own fire pit suite, Mike.
I know. I can.
TexasSunset.com. You can too, YDC viewer.
Yes. Both of you out there can, if you want to. Well, I mean, we probably don't have many today. They're all watching the Cowboys.
Is it still going on, groups?
Yeah, it looks like Steven's talking.
Oh, is he crying?
Maybe. I'm thinking of dogs.
You know, what's in the best interest of the quarterback. Certainly that played a role here. And, you know, Dak's not making any coaching decisions, nor does he want to. But I can tell you every team who made a coaching decision was looking at how they solved for the quarterback. And, you know, that's how you win in this league. I think we've got one of the best, if not the best.
Does he dye his eyebrows?
And he's the ultimate leader, and we just have to continue to put the pieces around.
I think he dyes his glasses.
You know, we're not naive. I know
He bleaches them.
You know,
what else does he bleach?
They're not going to believe, and there's going to be pressure until we get the job done. And certainly we didn't get the job done this year. And
in the last
our
30,
ultimate goal is to win a Super Bowl. I can tell you, I've never seen a man more driven than Jerry.
Okay.
You know, this is huge to him. To go get this championship.
Well, they really have
Coach
that.
believes
Don't
the same thing, and I know our players sitting in the back.
That's all I can hear now.
Want it. I mean, they want it. They're driven to get it, and we've got to get the right people to put around them. You know, we'll have turnover in our roster like we do every year.
All right, so there you go. That's what's dominating the news cycle for today. That is what you will hear later on today, ad infinitum, ad nauseum, for the remainder of the day. The Cowboys and their new coach. You think this is a good hire?
No, it's terrible. But, I mean, I'm just used to it by now. I don't think they're going to do anything that's really going to put them in a position to separate. I don't think McCarthy was a bad coach. I just don't think he's on that level of, all right, once you get to the playoffs, coaches can absolutely shoot your wheels off. Right? That's where there's like some separation.
Yeah.
And
they can also elevate you too.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. He's the guy that can, I mean, I don't want to discredit 3 12-win seasons. That's not easy to do. But then they got to the playoffs and it was a joke.
Yeah.
And so I think he's you know, what would you call like a foundation builder, right?
Yeah.
All right, we have a terrible culture. Let's get this thing turned around. But if you just look at the guys that are winning and how they go about it, he doesn't play that style of football. And I don't know enough about Brian Schottenheimer other than he was here for 2 years under McCarthy because McCarthy didn't like Kellen. So he got rid of Kellen and then had Schottenheimer here. And Schottenheimer didn't even call the plays. He was just here to help him get organized. So that doesn't seem very appealing to me.
By the way, sorry, Jerry was asked about McCarthy and that whole thing. He says, Mike McCarthy left some good stuff here. One of them was Brian. It was time for a change. I've heard it criticized. We spent 5 days getting to come to that decision. We did. We did come to that decision. One of the reasons we came to that decision is because there was the Schottenheimer decision available to us as well.
What?
One of the reasons.
Lie.
I believe him.
What?
Exactly.
We talked to McCarthy.
He basically said...
Wait a minute. Read that sentence again, Shoopy.
I can try. Mike McCarthy left some good stuff here. One of them was Brian. It was time for a change. I've heard it criticized. We spent 5 days getting to come to that decision. We did come to that decision. One of the reasons we came to that decision is because there was this, gestures to Shoddy, this decision available to us as well. One of the reasons.
So basically McCarthy cleaned out his desk and he left Schottenheimer sitting there on the floor.
Yeah.
McCarthy is gone because he wouldn't take Jerry's lowball offer for 2 more years.
Yeah.
That's why McCarthy's gone.
That's it.
Coach Corny. Yeah.
I like that Shoopy's already called him Shoddy. That's good.
Shoddy. Well, that was part of the tweet from RJ Ochoa, but I've been calling him Corny because Becca pointed out that his middle name is Cornelius.
Oh.
Brian Cornelius Schottenheimer.
I like that.
Wow.
That's great.
Really?
Yeah. Coach Corny.
So was he named after the character in Planet of the Apes?
Or Yukon Cornelius.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Or
Man, I would
Cornelius
not like
McGillicuddy.
Yep.
Connie Mack.
Yep.
That's right. I would not like it if my name was Cornelius.
It can be.
I really would not.
We can go to the court.
I don't want to.
Spot.
I don't want to.
Michael Cornelius Rhyner.
I don't want to. I'm having enough fun as it is.
It's better than Howard.
It was super funny though when he was like, I put that in the text and he goes, "That's really Cornelius' middle name.
Yeah, Becca's like, oh yeah, we got Brian Cornelius, Schottenheimer. I'm like, oh, that's funny. And then I looked up on, I did a Google search for Brian Schottenheimer, Brian Cornelius Schottenheimer. I was like, oh, that's not a bit.
That's badass.
His middle name is Cornelius.
What is he, 51?
51.
Okay.
Well, we got to give this guy a chance. Got to give this guy a fair chance.
That's all we can do, Shoopy, in this world.
Yeah, we do. We do, because he's going to be here regardless. So if you're a Cowboy fan, you got to give Shotty a chance.
And y'all are all going to feel bad when he wins 5 Super Bowls in 10 years.
Yeah.
God, that'd be amazing, man.
And then stands up there looking around at everybody like,
now what?
Yeah.
See there?
See, that first one was for Daddy. The 4 other were for me.
I did it for Daddy 5 times.
Bam. Bam. Anyway, sports.
What a mess.
That's a nice sports hat,
Thank
Groobs.
you. It's because I like sports.
You do. You don't even care who knows.
It's kind of my thing.
So it looks as though Luka is coming back.
So why here?
Yeah.
Oh. But how would you know?
No, I
How
don't.
would you know?
I really don't have inside information on this, but I do think that I was kind of hoping personally that he wouldn't come back until after the All-Star break. And now it's like they've lost so many games. I'm like, all right, as long as he's healthy and ready to go, let's get him back. Because I kind of thought it would be best for the stretch run if they could have gone 500 over the time that he was gone, which now that's very difficult. That, all right, used to be 6-7 games above 500, and then you get him back and he's in great shape. Like, in other words, he's ready to play, but then you spend a couple weeks going through like a little boot camp thing. Remember when Peja got here in 2011 and Rick just had him run bleachers for 2 weeks? It would have been great if like Luka could have a mini training camp, but I don't even know that they can afford that now. I think it's as soon as it's healed, let's get him on the floor and he can do training camp on the floor, right? Because if you don't do cardio for 5-6 weeks, whatever it's going to be, you're going to be way behind, man.
Yeah.
It's going to take a while.
The worst thing for me, the worst news the Mavericks have had this year is the Derek Lively thing.
It's brutal. It is brutal. Because they're saying reevaluate in a month, but, a lot of the outside reporters were saying 2 to 3 months. And so you think, all right, 2 months? Can we get him back in 2 months? So then, he was injured going into the playoffs last year, but that was a different injury.
Yeah.
It wasn't as extreme. But if they do, or if they are fortunate enough to get him back by the end of March, then he would have a couple weeks to ramp up and hit the ground running. But who knows, man? When bigs start getting stress fractures down there in feet and ankles, you start, oh my God. But it's a different era, obviously, but that derailed so many careers back in the day.
Yeah, and the thing about it is, if you get one, that kind of, in a lot of cases anyway, will lead to another.
Yeah, it certainly makes you think that.
Yeah.
But I do think, medical technology is so different now, and I am not educated on this in any way, and there's a lot of things that used to be a career death sentence that aren't anymore, right?
Yeah.
So I do put a lot of credence in that.
But be that as it may, Daniel Gafford's stepping up.
Big time.
PJ's been really good this year.
It's been awesome.
And all is not lost here.
No, the Maxey thing hurt because we're just down so many bodies, and he's got a specific role. And I know he's an adventure on the offensive end, but he's still one of their better defensive players and knows what to do and can play some critical minutes. Now he's out. And that doesn't sound like a good injury. So it has been, there was so much hope when they were 14-3, like when they had that 14-3 run.
Yeah.
They had the slow start and then had the 14-3 run. Like, this feels like one of the 3 or 4 best teams in the NBA. It's going to be them and the Thunder, and then injury after injury after injury. And the thing that I worry about is how much mileage we're putting on Kyrie after a deep run last year, right? they started the season in United Emirates, and then they end up in the finals, and they play all this time. And so now with Luka being out so long and all these other injuries, man, Kyrie has taken a really heavy load. And so that's another thing that I know for him, it's a great honor to make the All-Star team, and he might make it as a reserve. Selfishly, I don't want him to. I want him to go lay on a beach for like 12 days with his family. Like,
I'd like for him to just sleep.
Yeah, get some shut-eye, man.
Sleep for 4 solid days through the All-Star break.
Yeah, Kyrie Van Winkle. He's he's an amazing dude, though. He will go lift at like midnight. Like, he's constantly doing everything he can to keep himself in the best possible shape. He's very dedicated to it. Followell will tell you he'll be on the road and try to get in a run at 6 in the morning and bump into Kyrie, getting in a run. Like, he's so about it.
He's about it.
He's about it.
I can't imagine there being a player that we heard so much bad about when he first got here, or when they traded for him, who has turned out to be anything but all that. At least that's the way it seems to me.
That's my reaction too. I was scared of Kyrie, not as a person. I was scared of everything that had happened with him, having that come into the organization.
Yeah.
And I was actually probably more sympathetic to his situation than most people. Just because of people that I hung out with when I was in my 20s and the way that they saw the world. I was like, there's a certain method to what he's articulating here. It's not just spouting off crazy stuff. It's not. Now, I don't agree with everything that he put out there publicly, but I thought there was a lot more thought that went into what he was saying and why. But when you look at someone's, just pull up their basketball reference and you see all these missed games, and it's for several different reasons, and you're paying that person a high salary, that is stressful, just as someone that wants the team to do well. And then he got here, and everything that you're saying, I cannot imagine, I'm sure he's said this, he's learned a lot from his past situations.
Yeah.
He's grown as a person. He's gotten older. He's gotten more mature or more worldly or whatever you want to say. But I have not had one, and I don't know anybody in the organization that has had a single questionable encounter with him. Like, he has been incredible. And I'm sure there might be some Brooklyn Nets or Boston Celtics fans that are double middle fingering this right now.
Right.
I don't know about that. I wasn't there. I know there's two sides to every story. Those fans are entitled to their angst. It did not work out there the way that he wanted it to or the way the fans wanted to. All I can speak on is what it's been like here, and it's been awesome.
Were you leery at first?
I was scared.
I was too.
And it's like, but again, I was scared for a lot of different reasons that I know from afar. And then he gets here, and none of that has been the case. I thought he had and even in the last 2 weeks, I thought he had every reason to not play in certain games, and he went out there and played.
Yeah.
He does not strike me as a guy looking to duck anything. I have not perceived that one bit. And I think that was put out there in those other places. I do think, and Nico told us this, and Jake Kidd told us this, I think he's a guy that had some trust issues. And so what the Mavericks did, and Cuban, he's not in the picture now, but I think he gets credit for this too. Those three guys, Kidd and Nico and Cuban, making this an organization where it's like, we're pulling you in, we're going to earn your trust, we're going to show you that, and here's what we need in return. And everybody met each other halfway and made it work. And so whatever happened at those other places to not make it work, that ain't my worry.
Yeah.
That's ancient history, and I have not seen any of that here. And I'd love having the guy here.
Still, though, you hear all that stuff, and he winds up here. Mm-hmm. You got to be a little leery at first.
Sure. And then you got to repay him.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right?
How long did it take you before you became convinced that this was a completely different animal from what you'd heard?
I think.
Did that happen fairly quickly for you?
Well, I think it got me close to that pretty quickly with like when he got here. Remember early on they weren't closing games well together because they were acquiescing to one another.
Right.
And that's played out in an even stronger fashion now. But like there's so much to being at a certain stage in your career where you're ready to not make it be about yourself. And especially in the NBA, there's this idea of, okay, this guy's a quote-unquote selfish player or selfish personality. Well, a lot of that is oftentimes driven by all the external stuff because a guy is a brand and he has a certain financial value attached to him where if you meet this other criteria, then you're worth even more money. And it's not even just about yourself. It's about your team, like your publicist and your marketers and your agent and then family members. And, these guys are walking industries at a certain level. And Kyrie is certainly at that level. But he got here and he seemed perfectly at ease with letting it be about Luka and supporting Luka. And I don't know if Luka was 25 and Kyrie was 27, if this would work. I don't know because they're at different points in their life.
Right.
I do know that the points that they're at right now, Kyrie is using a tremendous amount of wisdom and his own experience to make this work. And I think that that's a special thing. Like you see it all the time. Like guys don't join super teams till they're 27. There's a reason for that. They went out and tried to get their numbers and tried to get all these things. And then everyone's telling them, if you don't have a ring, it's not going to matter.
Yeah.
And so then they start thinking differently about, okay. And when you're younger and you're bulletproof, I can do this on my own. You can't. Like you can't do it on your own. It's a different era. And so I think whatever Kyrie went through as a young man that made him want to leave LeBron, because he wanted to leave that. He would have to speak on that, right?
Yeah, sure.
That was the point he was at in his life. Maybe it was made easier for him by the fact that he already won a ring. It's like, I want to go have this other path or do this other journey or whatever it is. But I think he's a very analytical, philosophical person. I think he thinks deeply about what he wants, but also how he impacts other people. And I think when his actions impact other people negatively, I perceive that it hurts him and he doesn't want that. And he wants to make that better. And I think on a just tiny different scale, myself in my 20s, when I was super selfish and self-absorbed, I can't imagine that being exacerbated by being a multimillionaire and everyone telling me I'm great, right? I think they got Kyrie at the perfect time to blend with Luka, and they gave him the support so he could be his full self, and it's worked out great for us.
When have people not told you you're great?
Oh, man. So many times, Michael.
Are you on the internet?
Yeah. One of my favorite memories of just being like, oh my God, people hate me, is real early on when I first joined the Maverick broadcast. So this is early days of Facebook. Someone put a picture of my face on Facebook from the broadcast and in giant letters wrote douche across my forehead. And I was looking at it going, oh, that's bad. That does not make me feel good right now. Wait, I have family that's going to see this? Oh, that can't be good for them. Oh, I'm a douche? So, yeah, I'm pretty accustomed to being told I'm not great. It happens, man.
You're not a douche, man.
I feel comfortable.
We like you.
I feel comfortable sitting here with you. You're making me feel good about myself, Michael.
Aw.
That's good.
You're my Nico Harrison.
That's what I try to do. What's he like, man?
Awesome.
I know nothing about him.
He's so me and Ben got to know him really well when we were doing the Mavs ticket postgame show, because I would go into the locker room and he was a Nike rep. So I'd known Nico forever. And I actually, when things were going down, I had gotten a little bit of information who the new GM was. And when they told me, I was like, Nico from Nike? Like, I didn't even know his last name when I knew him back then. It was just
He was
Nico.
just Nico from Nike?
Nico Nike. And, but that's like, he was respected. People liked him. He was always really nice to me and Ben when he had zero reason to be. Like, what could we offer this man? Nothing. He was just a nice guy, and he knew how to, interact with people. And he was a really good basketball player, first of all, so he knows ball. Mm-hmm. And then he worked his way up through Nike, and became a very powerful person at Nike. and other teams wanted them in the organization, but this just worked out at the right time. He wasn't looking for an NBA job. He loved the job he had. He had to be convinced to leave that job. He was in an amazing position at Nike, and to Cuban's credit, he convinced him to come here, and it's been awesome. And I think he's like,
so Cuban targeted this guy.
And I don't know who it was that he probably hired, like a uber elite headhunting type firm, think tank about who you should hire. And he'd already been on people's radars anyways. But yeah, Cuban aggressively went after him and said, "We want you. We've targeted you." And they got him. And even when he first got here, I hit him up. I was like, "Dude, I can't believe you're the GM. This is amazing." And I think he got in here and had to figure it out. But man, once he did figure it out, bam, he's not a different guy, but I do feel like he carries himself better than when he first got here, more established, more confident. He's always a confident guy, but I think he had to get in here and understand how this side of it worked. And once he got a grasp of it, man, he is just crushing. It's been awesome. Him and Kidd work well together. He works well with the new ownership group. And also, our new CEO, Rick Welts, that took over for Cynthia Marshall. Yeah. Rick has known Nico forever. So they already had a good working relationship from all of Rick's journey through the NBA. Nico, and it's not just knowing people. It's not just relationships. It's knowing how to work with people. There's a difference. You can know everybody, but may not know how to work with them. It's clear he knows how to work with people and make it work.
I remember when he was about to be hired, or when they were looking for a GM, and his name kept falling into the picture. That was what you heard about him. Yeah. The fact that he knows everybody. I'm saying, okay, well, that's cool. You know everybody. What does that mean exactly? Right. Do they like you? Can you work with them? Can you bring them around to your way of thinking?
He's very well liked, but also, his job at Nike at some point, I don't know the exact particulars, but at some point part of his job was evaluating and finding the talent that Nike wanted to work with. Look at it as it's a business proposition, right? If you're going to invest into something, can you project how that something will not only pay off for the company, but also there's these abstract components of, is that person likable? Will he get along with other people to where he's a marketable commodity? Because Nike's putting their logo on this person and saying, we endorse this person. We believe in this person, and we're going to sell this person to our consumer. So there's more to it. There's one evaluating the basketball acumen. Will he reach the level? Every year there's a draft, and every year there's a bunch of blowhards saying this guy's the next great thing, and most of them aren't. So there's a talent evaluation process. Then there's, how does this function within a market? Yeah. And he did both of those things. So I think it was real short-sighted. People go, oh, okay, we hired a shoe salesman to be the GM. It's that's a very narrow way of looking at something you don't understand what this person has done.
Yeah, but when that's what's out there, it's easy to fall into that trap.
Absolutely.
That's the way I looked at it.
Yeah, there's and that's the thing, is we react to what's out there without in-depth knowledge of it. Yeah. I'm seeing a lot of criticism right now because so many Mavericks are hurt. Criticism of Dion Calhoun, who's now our head trainer. Dion's been here for a long time. He knows what he's doing. Dion is great. But that's the fan thing. Oh, this isn't going my way. Well, let me shit on this. Let me go in here and let me discredit this person I know nothing about. Oh, I found this picture on the internet. I'm going to post it and say this guy's unqualified. I'm you have no idea what Dion's qualifications are. And he's been here a long time working with good people. He knows what he's doing. And that's one of the things that kind of frustrates me about being I'm a contractor with the Mavericks. I'm not an employee of the Mavericks, but I represent them, right? Yeah. And I see that stuff, and I want to go yell at people on the internet, but that doesn't do anybody in the Mavericks organization any good. It just kind of makes me look like an a-hole. So I have to refrain from that, where I used to go out there and just start being a barking dog, right? Where I see all that, and I'm like, I've got to refrain, but whatever. There's so many know-nothings out there taking dumps on people that are really qualified and really, really good. And that's just, the byproduct of social media and how all of this works together.
Who is the liaison to ownership that you guys deal with these days?
So right now it's mostly Nico and now Rick Welch, who's only been here a couple weeks, and then also Victoria and the PR department on some level. But when Patrick is here, Dumont is here, he'll talk to you. I mean, it's weird, because Cuban was different because Cuban very much acted like a dude at the bar with you. But even though it's kind of weird being in the position I'm in or people I know that are in talking to an uber wealthy guy, because you're sitting there thinking, there's no way this guy has time for me. Like, why would this wealthy person have any time for me at all? But Patrick has made himself, Dumont has made himself easy to talk to. When he's here, he talks to people. And I've met Miriam Adelson twice now, and she's very nice. It's not like you're going to get a sit down with her. She's uber wealthy and very busy, but everyone has been cordial or outgoing or made you feel like they value your insight into the organization. Like they've come in and they've bought it, and now they're listening to people. Well, what do you think about this?
Yeah.
That doesn't mean they're going to do what we say, but they've at least been open-eared about it, which, I think it's been pretty cool.
You know what I value?
What's that?
I value your insight into the world.
Yes. See, this totally makes up for the guy calling me a douche on the internet in 2009. I feel
We're just going to do the same thing. We're going to take a picture of you, and it's just going to say insightful.
Yeah. I wanted to say validated.
There you go. Vindicated.
Vindicated, yeah. Been
real quick,
vindicated.
I've got two Jones quotes.
Oh, you do?
Stephen Jones said he believes the Cowboys have a better version than the young offensive minds, like the Ben Johnsons and all that, with Brian Schottenheimer because of his 25 years of experience.
Okay.
Exactly.
That's amazing.
So he's better than the youthful guys because he has more experience.
Right.
Okay.
I think that's great.
Well, he might be. He might be. Who knows?
You'll see.
Now, I will say this. Brian Schottenheimer was offensive coordinator for some good Jets teams when Ryan was coaching them. Was that like 2011-ish?
Something like that. And then he was with the Seahawks when
he was with the Seahawks.
Russ cooked and all that.
But he did have, as offensive coordinator, they went to back-to-back AFC championship games, the Jets did. That was a long time ago, though.
Been a while.
I know not what course others may take, but I'm going to give this guy a chance. I'm going to give him a fair chance. Let's see what he's got. Let's see what he does. Let's see how he handles being a head coach. Let's see how he works with the quarterback, because that's supposedly what he's good at.
Yeah.
So before I start dumping all over everybody and everything, I'm going to give Brian Schottenheimer a fair chance. And besides, I liked his dad.
Yeah.
Oh, his daddy.
Yeah.
I like.
We're going to win it
His
for
dad
him.
was a good coach.
Yeah.
Well, you want the other Jones quote?
Sure.
Is it, we also got the veteran young guy? Because that was an amazing quote.
That was an amazing quote, but this is from Jerry.
Okay.
He says, I want our fans to know I manage really good. I do a good job managing. It's fantastic.
That sounds like a Mike Passing quote. I do things real good. That's awesome, man.
I do things real good.
I want our fans to know I manage really good. I do a good job managing.
Outside of grammar, I do things real good.
Oh, God.
You know what? I respect Jerry.
When I'm on a date.
Maybe once upon a time.
Yeah.
I think he's still great. He's still got it.
He's
He's
my
going to make me
favorite real
cry.
estate developer.
He's my favorite actor.
Yeah. Oh, he's great. When he's playing himself, just awesome.
Well, you know what? You were awesome, too.
I like
you've
you,
come in
Michael.
here and you've added in a lot of awesomeness to the your dark companion scene that we got working here.
Will you guys have me back sometime?
We would love
We're gonna.
to have you back.
I was gonna say.
Oh, I know.
I think we'll have you on in the summer
Yep.
because you don't like baseball. You never cared about that sport.
I like baseball when they're good.
There you go. I know.
When they're bad, game
Yeah.
82 is, oh my God, another half year of this?
But I think that's at least our best chance of not having sports take over the show, even though we like sports.
Yeah.
But we'll talk music with you in the summer.
I would be way into that.
I'll book you.
Okay.
All right, there he is.
Can I have your number?
Here's the great Jeff Skin Wade.
Yay.
Douche.
Validated.
Validated. Validated.
Yes, this has been your Dark Companion. Thank you, Shoopy, Ashley, Mickey, Becca. Thanks to all of you out there. And again, hit us up on social media. We would love to know what you think about this stuff. And now, until next time.
All right. I'm gonna go take my pants off.
Your Dark Companion is a Stolen Water Media presentation.